Good evening and welcome to the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali. I want to welcome our viewer on Facebook and YouTube. I want to say thanks for stopping by to be a part of our show tonight. We are going to talk about Light Talk Business. Light Talk Business is a program on the Rahim Show where we highlight insightful information to help business people succeed in their businesses. So I want to welcome all of you who are watching the show on Facebook. You might want to hit the like button, share the podcast, and make some comment. We will highly appreciate you for that. So tonight we are just going to dive into who are customers and why are they so important. Very unique topic. And for some reason, like I always say, if you want to be a part of the show, please reach out to me via text message or the phone on the screen. Just send me a text and I will respond to you and make an arrangement to have you come live so that we can dive into the topic tonight. But we are talking about who are customers and why are they so important. So we want to, discuss this thing because we feel that it is important if you want to own a business, not just, having a business plan and knowing your target market, but it's also important to know who are your customers. This reminds me about Jeff Bezos, right? Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, right? One of the things I heard from him, right, from some of his interview he had in some of the video, he said the customers are the most important stakeholder. And for sure, they are the one who bring revenue to the business. So you got to respect your customer. You have to doing every day on how you can put into place mechanism to retain these customers and make sure that they're providing positive feedback because these feedback will help to also make other people to want to try whatever product and services you offer. So it's very important. The customer are the heartbeat or the heart of the business. Imagine you having a business and you open that business and there is no customer coming to that business. What will eventually happen to the business? That business is going to collapse. So that is why it is important to prioritize your customer because they are the one who bring the revenue in the business that make the business to improve or make the business to expand. So it's very important. So you have to prioritize your customer. Well, for tonight, for our viewer out there, if you are watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, you might want to hit the like button, share the podcast, and make some comment. We highly appreciate you for that. So tonight we are discussing who are our customers and why are they so important. That is why we talk on Light Up Business to highlight these insightful information that will help you as a business owner on how you can utilize some of these tools and information to be able to apply to your business for success. So tonight we're just going to talk about who our customers are and why are they so important. So let's look at what the customers are, right? What the customers are, who are they, right? The customers, as you all know, they are the heart of the business. Why? Because when the customers are satisfied, right, with your product or services that you offer, right, they are going to stay with your company. Whatever product that you offer, as long as you have a customer that are satisfied with your product and they are able to give you a positive feedback, it means that the customers are satisfied with the product you or services you offer. Now, here is a big thing though. When they are satisfied, it is a possible chance that because of their satisfaction and because of the feedback that they gave. And we're going to dive into different key specific on how you have to do these things so that you can be able to retain these customers and also create an avenue where customers who are satisfied can also trigger another customer. But the thing here is, if the people are satisfied, most likely because they are satisfied with the business and services you offer, they are going to give you a good feedback. And those feedback serve as an instrument of how more customer can be able to more customer can want to try your product. So it's very important. So let's go ahead. When you are able to identify and you are able to identify, understand your customer preferences, right? You can deliver then the best service fulfilling their need and expectation. And it's so true, yeah. As long as you are able to identify, right, what the customer preferences are, you are most likely to achieve a best possible goal. Why? Because you know exactly what the customer wants. Warren Buffett once said that in one of the videos that I play, I think some part of last week, he said that whenever you go to bed, right, as a business person, right, whenever you go to bed, have 1 hour of that bedtime to be thinking about what you want to do for your customer. And it's very important for some of you who are watching this show and are into business because what he's actually saying is this is how you prioritize a customer. Have an hour during your bedtime and just, in your mind, just imagine what can I do to be able to make my customer feel happy. And if you do that, I tell you constantly, if you do that, over a period of time, you will have come up with a lot of good plans, a lot of good plans. Because knowing that these customers who are your customer, once they are satisfied, when they are satisfied, they tend to stay with the business and also create an avenue for more people who will come to try your product. Because they are satisfied, they are able to relate this satisfaction to other people and say, oh, I went to this company and I really enjoyed the product. I think you can try it. See, that is a unique selling proposition by itself because they are now advertising what they are being satisfied with. So it's very important that when you are into product and service business, you focus on your customer because they are the most important stakeholders of the business. So understanding customer is critical to your business success, and for sure. Because why? Like I said, if you own a business, right, and there is no customer coming into the business to purchase whatever you have to sell, it's almost like the business is going to die a natural death because the sole purpose of the business was why? To provide certain goods and services that customer will attract, and you at the end of the day maximize profit from that business. So the fact that these customers are not coming to your business, they are not being driven to your business, it tells you that eventually the business is going to collapse. So that's how important the customer are. So it's understanding the customer is critical to the business success. Yes, it is like having a compass. It is like having a compass to help you navigate the complex landscapes of business. Yes, of course. This is how compared the importance of customer. It's like having a compass, and you're looking through the compass to navigate the specific place you want to travel. You see, so it's very important. So when a company collects information on its customer, it gains a more renowned, nuanced understandings of their preferences, behavior, and needs. Yeah, most of the time, the reason why you see sometimes you have one-on-one chat with your customer and ask them how is the product is because you want to know whatever feedback they give, you can work on that feedback and improve on it. There are times the customer will say, okay, I rate this particular product 8 out of 10. And just from that feedback, you can tell what you need to do so that customer can rate that product 10. So that's how you have a conversation with the customer because you want to know that you want to understand your customer. If you don't understand your customer and you don't know your customer well, you will not know what they really need or what their preference are. So you have to understand the customer and you have to have a one-on-one conversation at time with the customer so that you can have a feedback for them on what ever product that they are purchasing for your company. You want to get a positive feedback. And that's a big important thing for your business because if you don't have a feedback from the customer, most likely there is a problem. So that is why you see big corporation and big company die a natural death because they fail to employ not just strategic management, approaches, which is important too. Because if you want to retain customer, it also come with strategic management, procedure. But if you don't put into place those strategic management procedure, then most likely you will have customer driving from your business and moving to another place because they have found attraction somewhere else. So it's very important that you satisfy customer because they are the most important stakeholder of the business. That is why we keep coming to the word most important. Why? Because they are the one who bring revenue. Generation of revenue comes from why the customer. Because the customer doesn't buy the product, how are you going to make money? And how the money going to be used to buy another goods to fill in the one that have already been sold if customer doesn't come in the business. So it's very important that you take note. Okay. To it gain a more renounced, understanding, behavior. The knowledge can be used to improve product development and customer experience to gain competitive advantage. That is why you use the feedback. Most of the feedback are meant to be used so that you can be able to know what is actually wrong from what is actually going right. Then you can be able to see whether you are actually gaining a competitive advantage on the market because every business wants a market share. You want a certain group of customers that will continue to come to your product, and you want to make sure that you provide good product and services that will retain the customer. Because if you can't retain your customer, then you will not be able to get new customer because the first customer have to be retained, and we're going to come to those specific as well. So to build a thriving business, you must put in time. This is very important if you want to start a business. It's very important that while you put in time, you put in attention, and effort onto improving customer experience. Because if you want to really know the importance of how you are making profit, you have to put in time. You have to take, like customer feedback. Those are important things because you don't want to just see customer feedback and just say, oh, these are things that I don't care about. No, because if you do that, then the customer is not being satisfied. Most likely they're going to leave and go to another company and buy. You don't want that to happen to your business. So I would just divert a little bit and go back to Liberia, right? So in a business where I used to manage, right? So most of the customer, depending on what we actually offer, they come and buy in the store. And there is something that I actually introduced called Sales Smart. And why do I call it Sales Smart? It's one of the best, attributes and receptive quality that any person. You work in the bank, you work in the church, you work in any department store, and another thing you need to have what we call Sales Smart. Why? Because your body language makes a very first impression than any other thing. Even before you utter your word, your face cannot be marked by rancor. Imagine somebody go to you and your face look at them. Your face is already looking rancorous. So no one is going to want to talk to you because they feel that, oh, this guy, expression from his face alone have already told me that he not okay. So sales smile comes in. Sales smile is very important because it's a receptive quality that once you have that receptive, smile face. That's why you see most of the greeter, like other places where you have greeter, most of them you see them smile with you, talking to you nicely because why? These are first impression that somebody who is coming to the company want to see. And if they don't see it, if you don't see that body language, obviously they're gonna pass by you because why? They feel that you're in a different mode, you know. So it's very important. That is why I say Sales Smart is the best customer service, receptive quality that anyone who work in the bank or in the different department store should really develop because it's important for yourself as a person. So it's very important. So to build trading business, you must put in time, attention, effort into improving customer experience. Customers are the heart of the business, like we said earlier, right? When satisfied with the product and services, they will stay back and may bring in new customers. Obviously, when a customer is satisfied with the product and services you offer, they are the one going to, translate the information about the satisfaction to another client and tell them, "Oh, I bought this sofa from Rahim Fashion." And because it's so nice and the people are very receptive, the people, they had that sales smile, they were great, they were very, all of the good things that they have said about you, somebody not heard it, they want to have an experience themselves. They want to come and experience, the same thing, the same satisfaction they have, the person have received, for which they have related the information to them. So they are going to go get, go there and go to the store and have that experience themselves. So it's very important that you satisfy this customer, because if you don't do that, if you don't retain this customer, how will you expect new customer to come? You have like 100 customer. Let's agree that your market target is 100 customer. Okay, 100 customer is being retained, right? When you certify the customer, right, there is a probability that the customers are going to bring at least some number of people to the business without you even doing advertising. Because if you satisfy a customer, if people are satisfied, most likely they will tell other people about what the services they use, and they will recommend the services to their family, to their friends, everyone. Because why? They are satisfied with the product and they are getting the maximum use of what their money, pay for. So it's very important. It's very important. So when you are able to identify and understand your customer preference, right, you will deliver then the best service, fulfilling their needs and expectation. It builds the business reputation. You see, every time you identify what the customer preferences are, right, you build that relationship with your customer, because what? You develop a good reputation. People are able to know that this guy, every time I need this, he's there to provide. And the way the services look, they are so unique. I really enjoy the people service. This is the best service I ever had, and the best interaction I ever had with people. Because what? People on the faces, they have the receptive silk smile, that you can see that people are very nice. And when people begin to say those kind of things about your business, I tell you, you are making the maximum use of your customer, because you want them to stay at your business, and also use that as a way of translating this, satisfaction to other people and bringing in new clients. Very important if you want to make money, because any business outside of these things that we just mentioned will eventually die a natural death. It's very important. Why is your customer? Who are your customer, and why are they so important? So that's what we are discussing on the show tonight. If you're watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome. You might want to hit the like button, share the podcast, make some comment. We will highly appreciate you for that. So we are going to read. There are several ways, of getting to know your customer, but the best one are the one we're going to list for you. Putting yourself in your customer shoe, right? Imagine taking yourself as a business owner, right? If you were the customer and you went to a place to purchase goods, right, what would you expect to receive after you have purchased a good? So that is how you put yourself into the place of a customer, right? So that is why when you are even into taking care of elderly people, right, you always see the elderly person you take care of, right? That is service business we are talking about. When you're providing service, right, where you are taking care of elderly people, right, and you know very well, if you take care of the elderly person well, most likely somebody will recommend another elderly person to come to your company, right? So the fact that you take care of that person well, it tells you that your business is doing well. You have built a reputation for that business. That's what simply trying to say. So always, put yourself in the shoe of a customer, right? See yourself as a customer going to a business, and what would you expect the business to offer you? So imagine. So you want your business to satisfy you. So it's the same way you as a business owner want to satisfy a customer, because if you satisfy this customer, they will bring other customer from the feedback that they gave, and the way they will translate this information to other people about how their experience, their customer experience well. So very important. Number two, using customer relationship management. People use the word the CRM, tools. They use the CRM to relationship customer management. They know that a relationship they have with the customer, to have ask them about the feedback. Then from these different calculation, and to be able to detect whether there is some issue to work on, or whether there is something that they can modify. Those are things tools they use to help, because customer feedback makes a very huge difference when it comes to your business growth. Ask for feedback on what they think about you. Ask them for feedback. Every time a customer try a product, ask them to make a feedback. What do you think? What was your experience about the product? How did it go? Ask the customer. When the customer gave the feedback, It just tells you whether you are doing good or whether there is a need for improvement. That is the whole purpose of feedback, or customer give feedback. So very important. So building a strong relationship, we're going to dive into what building a strong relationship with your customer. So if you're watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome to the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali. You might want to hit the like button, share the podcast, make some comment. We highly appreciate you for them. We are discussing who are our customers and why are they so important. And Lighter Business is actually designed to provide you insightful tools and information that you can use. You utilize the information to help you succeed in your business. We are talking about who are your customers and why are they so important. We are saying the customer are the heart of the business. And the way you treat your customer will determine how successful the business is going to be. Because if you can't treat your customer right, most likely they are going to they are going to drive to another business. Because what? They are going to move to another business. They are not going to come back if you don't treat your customer. That is why when you have a business, you have people that work with you. These people form a habit based on what they see you do. So imagine if you don't do well as an owner of the business. Obviously, because the people look up to you as a leader and you don't do well, they themselves, they will not take that business serious. But if you are putting into place quality ideas and things to help these people do well, the business is most likely going to succeed because what? You are doing the right thing. So it's very important that you follow these insightful tools to help you become successful in whatever business you find yourself. Very important that you treat your customer well because the customer are going to stay with you and they are the same person who's going to go out there and tell people about how they had a great experience with the product or with the services you offer. Very important. So why is it important to build a relationship? Building strong relationship with your customer. Acquiring new customer is more costly than retaining the old one. I want you to know that. Because why? Why you think that most organization, because of low, receipt, low receipt of customer, right? They end up doing what we call advertisement, right? The reason why people do advertisement is because they want to create what we call a unique selling proposition, an information that will trick a buyer. Take for instance, let's look at some of the cell phone company, right? You will see that when a new phone comes, right? When a new phone comes, like iPhone 16 right now, you will see a promotion, you know, a new customer. We mean if you can leave from one company to another company, this is the product you're going to receive free or charge. If you switch from this company to another company, we're going to offer you $500 credit card, and you get a free iPhone 16 when you get a family now. Those are all unique selling propositions. They are trying to trigger you so that you can leave from one company to another company. That's why you see they do advertisement, right? But that can be done when customer needs certain number, when the business rather needs certain a percentage of the market share, when they do that. So that's why it is important to not just look for new customer because new customer is more costly, but retain old customer. The strategy here is when you retain old customer and satisfy the old customer, you don't even need to do marketing campaign because why? The old customers are going to bring new customer. That is the valuable things you have to understand here because the old customers are the valuable access you already have. So if you cannot retain this valuable access that is generating revenue for you, then how can you say you want to get new customer when the old customer are not satisfied? It's not possible. So that is the idea behind building a strong relationship with your old customer. So to retain customers over time, it is important to offer prompt and relevant customer service to support them in their user journey. Yes, obviously. How can you say you want new customer, but you cannot, provide relevant information to retain the old customer you have? If you can't retain the old customer you have, I'm sorry, you can't get new one because the new customer are costly, and that would take you doing a lot of campaign, doing a lot of marketing, advertisement, all the kind of thing. And those things are costly. You don't even know whether those things will result or yield something good. But if you retain old customer, I tell you, send customers at the why they the important stakeholders of the business, then you have to retain them because they are the one who bring money to the business. It's very important. So building a strong relationship is very important because if you satisfy the old customer, they are going to tell their brother, their family, the friends about their customer experience, and they are and the new family members and the new friends are going to they are want to obviously want to try where they actually the friend actually bought the product from. That's how people go. Because take for instance, if I got a phone and a deal from somewhere from a company, and my brother came and tell me, "Oh, my money deal is so good," I obviously want to go give it a try. So you see, because I'm not part of the company, but because I want to have a customer experience too. So that is very important. Building. So we got to understand customer need for product and customer need for service. We're going to dive into that. Then we'll take a little break. When we come back, then we're gonna conclude with the important aspects of who customers are. So let's look at customer need for product, right? One reason why customer need product is what? For user experience. I got the phone, right? The iPhone, right? And because I know it's iPhone 16, it's because I want to have that experience about this phone. They have told me that the phone come with this, come with that, come with this, come with that. And I personally want to have a personal experience with this phone. So that is the reason why you see when people offer product, somebody want to have the experience of that product. So user experience, overall experience of using your product may be intuitive or user friendly. Sometimes people can use it, from a user friendly perspective, or it can be actually intuitive, and then also functionality. How does the phone function? I want to know. So that's why you see people trying product. So the customer need a product because they want to know how the product function, the functionality. So customer look for product that are easy to use and solve specific problem or specific need. Yeah, functionality. You know, why do you think the main purpose for getting a car is to take you from point A to point B? But why you think some people choose to look for what we call to satisfy what we call experimental need, or what we call you know uh, need for what pleasure, you know, because they want to get a specific car, that put them in the place where they feel more dignified. That's how people claim, it may not be scientific, but that's how people claim. You know. So that is the reason why you see people go for product. So another thing is convenient. People want product that are convenient, that are product that can sell much effectively and efficiently for customer. You want product that is affordable, that is convenient for people, and people, come for product because of based on the design, the way your product is designed. People want, like, the car today, you see, they have different model car. People go for different car because of the design they see. That is why customer want efficiency. They want to know whether the product is reliable. That is why they go for the product. They want to know whether the prices is right. That is why they go for the product. If the prices are good, you see a lot of people, going for the product. And what is customer need for service? Customer need for service: empathy, transparency, fairness, choices, and what have you. So customers are crucial for the business because they are the source of revenue. Why? The customers are very important because what? This is we say, who are customers? We say why? Customers are what? The heart of the business. Now, what makes them so important? That's what we are saying here. Customers are important for the business because they are the source of revenue, drive growth, and enable business to understand and improve their products and services, ultimately leading to the long-term success and sustainability. Yes. Why do you think customers are so important? Because what? They were at the source of revenue. If customer doesn't enter your business, you won't get money. And how do you expect the business to even grow? How do you expect the business to be sustained? You see, that's what it's saying. How do you expect the business to be improved? All of those things is by making sure that whatever service or product you offer, the customers are satisfied because they are the heart of the business. So for our viewer out there, if you're watching the show, Light Up Business is actually designed to provide you insightful information and tools to help you utilize for success if you are a business person. So you might want to hit the like button, share the podcast, and make some comment. We will highly appreciate you for that. And we are talking about who are your customers and why are they so important. So one of the reasons why customer is important is for revenue generation. Customers are the foundation of any business. They are the one who purchase goods and services, generating revenue, allowing the business to operate and grow. Yeah, if the customer doesn't buy the product and the customer don't enter your store, eventually your business is going to collapse. But when customers are coming, your business will improve because why? You're generating revenue from what the customer purchased, and you are able to use that same money and purchase more goods, and the business begin to grow. And at the same time, the business begin to sustain you and the business because why? We all depend on what we do to survive. So it's very important. Another reason why customers are important is for business growth. Because if the customer comes to the business, right, and you are able to satisfy these customers, you are able to treat the customer right. And just by treating them, they are now providing good feedback, and those feedback are creating the chances for more new customers to come to the business. Your business is going to grow. See, because if you don't, if you want growth in your business, you have to satisfy your customer. You cannot get growth. It's not a magic, you know. Yeah, it's not a magic. You can play magic with that. If you want growth, you have to satisfy the customer. If you don't satisfy the customer, you won't have no growth. So that is very important. Customer retention. And one of the reasons why customers are important is because you have to retain the one you have. If you can't retain the one you have, then you won't be able to get a new one. Because retain the first one you have, then create a good service and product where the feedback now would be what the things that would translate to other people who might want to try the product, and you will be able to have new customers. So brand loyalty and advocacy, those are, like advertisement. One of the reasons why you see the importance of customers. So when you do advertisement, it creates more unique selling proposition to bring more customers as well. So feedback and improvement. You see, most of the reason why customers are so important because when I make feedback, it's there for you to look at these feedback and see whether you have you have delivered the product, effectively, or there is a problem to be fixed. That's why people give feedback. People give feedback about the product or services because they want you, it is an opportunity for you to determine whether the services or product you offer have arrived or have been delivered effectively. If not, then you have to do what we call improvement. You have to improve on the feedback that people give. So that is important. Competitive advantage. When you have more customer, you gain what? Competitive advantage. That's what makes customer important because they give you a competitive advantage. When you have more customer, you gain competitive advantage. So folks, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, wrap up our show, and then we will leave it there. But let's take our break. For some of you who are following the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome to the Rahim Show. And as you all know, I'm your host, Ricky Ali. We are discussing a light-top business and insightful, tools that we provide here to business people to be able to utilize and become successful in the business. But tonight we are discussing who are our customers and why are they so important. But we're going to take a break. When we get back, we will resume our discussion. Stay tuned.
They laugh at you like roller coaster. People come around when they see your money, oh. Everything I like, tell them say your money fini, oh. Don't know who say, don't know who let you, oh yeah. They laugh at you like party, everybody let we rap it when the fool finish, oh. Everything I like, tell them say your liquor fini, oh. Don't know who your friend, don't know who let you, oh yeah. Enemies. Bestie on bestie, I prefer Hennessy. I love you, not real, I prefer my money. Let me drop you off, I prefer my walking. Fuck your BM.
Well, folks, welcome back to the Rahim Show. And as you all know, I'm your host, Ricky Ali. Tonight, our show is about light-top business. And light-top business is an insightful program that provide tools and information to actually utilize for business success. And tonight we are discussing who are customers and why are they so important. I know it's a very unique topic, and we're saying that customers are the heart of the business. Why? Because they are the most important stakeholder. You know, in the business with our customer, right? The customer play a major role. And if you don't make use of the customer you have, if you don't retain these customers and satisfy them, most likely you are going to have a failure into your business because they are the one who bring revenue to the business. Revenues are generated from the way you treat your customer. So that is very important. So we are saying that once you treat this customer, when you consider the customer as the heart of the business, and you create that unique um, satisfaction for them, the one that you already have, then the one that you already have will stay with the business and also tell other people about the customer experience they have with the business. So you don't need to do anything like advertising or advertisement. Because why? You have retained the customer and provide services and product that make the customer satisfied that they are able to tell other people about your business. And these things other people will come and want to try your business. So tonight we are about to wrap our show. It's very important that you take advantage of some of the things that we share to help you succeed in your business. And that is the reason why the Rahim Show is actually designed to help people succeed in life in whatever capacity you find yourself. We want you to succeed. That is the reason why we are discussing this business uh, topic because everything we provide are all reliable and good knowledge that you can utilize to succeed in your business. So the customer holds a significant power in today's business landscape. Yes, the customer hold a significant power in today's business landscape. Yes, and they are important things from their role in revenue generation. Yes, like we said, they hold that important thing because they are the one who bring revenue to the business. Without a customer, I tell you, no business is going to be successful without a customer. We all serve people. Like I work, as a driver, right? And I serve people every day. Without me going out there to serve people, my work is just useless. So it's very important that you serve people because if you serve people well, most likely you are going to get more of those people that you serve. Imagine you in a business where you you sell bread and you bake good bread and people loving your bread, people are most likely to carry that, that information about your bread to other people and say, oh yeah, this guy bake very nice bread. The bread is so delightful. When I taste it, all my spit in my mouth melted. Just by saying that, other people want to try. And because he already have you as a customer, now because of saying that, other people now want to give you a try. And that is how more customers come to the business. When you certify one person. So if you had a market share, if you're a business person in Liberia watching this show or any parts of the world, you know, make use of certifying your customer. Because if you satisfy your customer, whether you are into the business of providing product or service, always remember that the customer is the heart of the business. And once you satisfy them, they are the one who are going to take the satisfaction that they have received. They are going to take it out there and tell other people about their customer experience. So it's very important. Even in bank, always develop what we call the sales smile. Sales smile is is a receptive attribute that every person who work in the department store or cashier they should have because nobody want to meet somebody who face is marked by rancor or look rancorous. No, they want to see somebody who is smiling, very receptive. Then they can have the chance to have that to express the need or the preference to. So it's very important. And then one of the things you got to identify customer preference. If you identify the preference, you will make sure that you'll be able to collectively get what actually the customer want and meet them at the specific need. So it's very important. So like I said, the customer holds significant power in today's wide business landscape. That's true. And there are important things in their role in revenue generation. Yes, without customer, we won't get revenue and brand repetition and market adaptability. It's very important. This understanding has led to the recognition of a customer as a king. Imagine in the corporate world, customers are considered as a king of the business. I know somebody's going to tell me, why do you mean by kings? Because These people are the one who generate revenue for the business. They are the one. Without customers that you provide services for or product for, there is no business that will be successful without the person you are creating the business for. So be mindful of how you treat your customer. That is very important. So, folks, thank you for stopping by to be a part of our Rahim show. That is how we come to the end. I want to say good night, and I love you all. Bye for now.
Yeah, to those I want me die, see up in our feet.